Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And today we want to take a look at E-Dragons, because one of my community clan members is really high in Legends. It's actually pretty incredible. Right now he's ranked number 5 technically in Legends, because the number 1 player right now is still bugged. I don't know, I guess I don't know what exactly is going on, but Supercell's trolling or something. But he's technically number 5 right now, so he's insane high in trophies. He has 1 attack left still. And he shared a couple of his Electro Dragon attacks. And I thought, okay, let's just pick it up. Let's just try to share some advice to everyone. Because E-Dragons are not as easy and not as, okay, maybe a little spammy, but at the same time, not as easy as a lot of people think. But hey, if you like videos like this, if you would like to support my channel, make sure to use a creator code when buying anything in game. If you're buying the Gold Pass, any offers whatsoever, make sure to use a creator code. It's supporting us creators a ton. And if you guys would like to support me and this channel, it's code ITSU. Thank you so much for that. And now let's get into the Electro Dragon attacks. And we have the first one already on the board. And, well, you can see already he's not a maxed out player. He's not a maxed out player. He has not any on this account, actually, any of his pets maxed out. And this is making things even more impressive. So all of people out there and saying like, oh, ITSU, I have not my pets maxed. I cannot push that high. Well, as long as you have most of your pets available, you can do the same thing. And what exactly is the key? First thing, make sure your heroes, if you're sending them around the base, are outside of the range of the clan castle if possible. The next thing is he's using most of the time the slammer. He's not using a blimp, which I kind of thought it was surprising, because I always felt like the blimp is right now the strongest siege machine, but he was going for the slammer. The reason is because he wants to take down the core. Nowadays in the Town of 14 meta, we have really stacked up cores. The reason for this is because, well, it makes sure that all of those buildings, or all of those troops actually, are stuck inside the base and are stuck inside this poison of the town hall. But for Electro Dragons, it does not matter, because as long as they took down the core of the base, what they did, so they took even down the X-bow, they took down everything basically. As long as you can achieve that, you have the Royal Champion for the back end. And this makes this attack so powerful, because actually your Electro Dragons are kind of like not supposed to die, but they're like, they can die. Like, that's no problem whatsoever. As long as you can make sure that the back end of the base is really easy to just clear up with your Royal Champion, you did your job. And that's the cool thing. So right now, Electro Dragons kind of feel like they're countering the meta, because, as I said, stacking the core is one of the key things right now to defend versus most of the strategies. But for E-Dragons, it's like one of the best things which could happen. So Electro Dragons right now in Legends are one of the best strategies right now to push with, which might be kind of surprise to a lot of you guys, but it's actually incredibly strong. And, well, let's take a look at one of those ring bases. Most of those ring bases are really annoying to face with any other strategy. Blizzard, you're always running into baits. P.E.K.K.A. Smash, if you're blimping, it's really risky, and baits are going to happen to you as well. If you're using queen charges, well, you need to be kind of brave to do that. And then at the end, we have the Electro Dragons. So Electro Dragons are wrecking yet again those bases. Why exactly? Let's take a look at this attack. First off, he's dropping the first 2 rages on the outer flank, like on the flanks of the Electro Dragons. This is key, because this makes sure that those Electro Dragons are getting funneled inside the base and into the core. As we already mentioned, the Electro Dragons are supposed to take down the core of this base. This is their entire purpose, because as soon as they did that, well, it's just like a super easy way for your Royal Champion to clear everything up. So what I exactly just showed is using the rages on the outside, and then everything is getting pushed inside, because your inner Electro Dragons are going to be slower, the outer ones are going to funnel easier. And with this being said, take a look at that base. There's nothing left. There's nothing left in this base. And I already talked to him, like, he said whenever he sees like a ring base, he's like, yes, let's go. 3 stars are going to happen. Like, it is just insane how easy those attacks look like. But I want to have one quick important thing to note. Electro Dragon attack is not the same as an Electro Dragon attack, because I see so many people completely screwing up this attack. And I have to say, yes, Electro Dragons might be easy to learn, but they're not easy to master. And we see this with like pro players as well. A couple of them are trying to use Electro Dragons, not with the greatest success, but then at the same time there are clans like HC Family, for example. They are just wrecking bases left and right, just because they actually mastered the techniques of Electro Dragons. So even though it looks easy, and yes, it looks spammy, and yes, it might be a bit spammy, but at the same time, it's not that easy to execute. You really need to make sure that your spell placement is on top, because we can see right now, like on average, an Electro Dragon attacker is not that great. Most of them are actually not the best with this strategy, because they just do not really know where to place everything. I just said, like, most of my 2 recent 1-stars were Electro Dragon attacks. So you can see already, there's always a difference in how to execute those. It's not like everyone just needs to spam E-Dragons and then it's like every single time like an auto 3-star or something, or high percentage 2-star. No, if you actually master Electro Dragons, you can actually get a really high triple rate with them, and at the same time really get a high average destruction as well. Pretty much the same with like any other strategy. So that's why I think Electro Dragons right now are one of the best pushing army compositions which are in the game right now. Let's take a look at the next attack though. And this one was a really interesting one. That's why I wanted to share it, because typically on a base like this, if I would attack this base with Electro Dragons, I would have 100% went into the eagle, because both sweepers are pointing the other way. Because now, let's take a step back and think about what did I just said about what the purpose of those E-Dragons are. They're not supposed to take down the eagle or anything like that. No, they're supposed to take down the ground damage to make sure that your heroes are way stronger. That is kind of the purpose of the E-Dragons. Make sure that your heroes are getting empowered. Making sure that your heroes are being this OP force, which they are. And that's the key thing. So what he's doing, he's coming in from the flank because he wants to take down the entire town hall compartment. And that's why he did not funnel too good at the top side, because he wants to take down every single ground expo. And yet again, make sure that the clan caster is not on your heroes. And as soon as you're doing that, you're looking great. He's taking down everything around the town hall, making sure everything, like the entire town hall compartment, is taken down, and this is giving an easy path for the backhand for the royal champion, so he can take down the backhand of this base with his heroes. And like I said, this is always the same approach with those Electro Dragons, and this is something which I found, like, saw the first time this time around as well, because typically, as I said, if I would have attacked this base without watching his attacks, I would have 100% went into the eagle. And this is not how you're supposed to play those Electro Dragons. On this one, it's going to be kind of close, because the back end Inferno Tower was set to single, which is kind of strange. I don't know why people are using single Inferno Towers. I guess exactly to counter heroes. But at the same time, I mean, a 3-star is a 3-star. It does not matter if there's 1 queen alive, if there's like 10 Electro Dragons alive. It's obviously looking cooler, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be 40 cups, and that's it. Yet again, one quick highlight, just to make sure that the plan is in your head and you know what to look out for. But hey, let's take a look at another base. He attacked, he shared so many 3-stars that I could have went with the video like non-stop. But let's take a look at the next attack, and this one is actually on stars from Queen Walkers. It seems like a lot of pros are coming back into Legends, keep pushing again. Stars already last season was, I think, number 6 global at the end of the Legend League. So yeah, he's as OP as he always has been. And now let's take a look yet again at the Electro Dragons. He's not even funneling the left side, but what he's doing now, take a look at what he's doing as the Electro Dragons are like boosting, or like as the Electro Dragons are starting to try to chain those Electro Dragon chains. He's raging the top side, and what this does is funneling, or he's funneling actually without funneling. And that sounds kind of strange, but I'm talking about everything. Like, he's not deploying his troops to funnel, he's deploying his spells to funnel. And that's the key thing as well. Like, your spell placement on Electro Dragon attacks is just so important. And it's not that easy to make sure that you're having the overview. But yet again, in a ring base, yet again, it's like taking out this core of the base with all of the stacked defenses. And as soon as you did that, you're looking really, really good. And something which I found really interesting, as I already said in the beginning, is that he always is using the slammer. I have not asked him why exactly, but my guess would be just to give more power to the Electro Dragon, to the push. And at the same time, the slammer is staying alive for kind of long most of the time, which is making sure that whatever is in there, the town hall should not do too much damage to that troop or whatever is in there. So I think that's a pretty good thing. On this one though, not everything went as planned. I think too many Electro Dragons went to the hero side. So maybe his heroes were like, I don't know, like maybe he started his E-Dragons too early. Not really sure what went wrong on this attack, but either way, it's going to be kind of close with this one, because, well, Electro Dragon, yes, it's alive. The Unicorn is alive as well. The unicorn is trying its best to keep the queen alive, using the queen ability to get through that wall as well, to take down the Mocha Inferno Tower. This is so close. The unicorn is keep trying, keep healing up the queen. And this is going to be close because this queen is trying its best. It's going to win. What is it? It is. It is going to win against the Inferno Tower. And that was a super, super close attack. But yeah, as I said, Electro Dragons right now are incredible in Legends. If you want to try it, make sure you try it out. I think he pushed like for 1 month at least with this strategy. Right now he's number 2 in the world. As I said, number 1 is kind of buggy. But he pushed for at least like 1 or 1.5 months with E-Dragons to like get the hang of it. And that's how you have to do it with new strategies. You have to practice them. Like, it's not like, oh, this strategy is OP. As soon as I will touch it, I will get 3 stars every single attack. That's not how Clash of Clans works. You have to train a strategy, you have to get routine with it, and then you can actually smash bases. So I hope you learned something in this video. I hope you had some nice attacks, and I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya, and bye-bye.